Rare Midnight Jester. So I've been kind of treating this thing like a almost a journal. Uh, just because you're probably gonna notice like some level of tone shift because this is all pretty casual and fucking around. But a big reason why I was doing this is that like the motivation of like getting out of blue collar hell. Like I've never been a very wealthy person, but and I had a like this weekend I was getting groceries and I went back outside and I saw that some guy backing out his truck had a like implanted his fucking hitch into my goddamn bumper. And I looked at that and I'm like, oh, that's really epic. That's really cool. And of course, there's no card left, so so I do have car insurance. So I went through the app and I filed a claim, and then they like, okay, yeah, that's cool and all, and you have insurance, full coverage. But here's a $500 deductible. Like, you need to pay us $500 because you got hit in the front of your bumper to get this repaired, and I don't have that money. So I'm not gonna say where I work. I wouldn't really actually mind that much saying what my job is, but people never stop there. They always kind of want to know more and more about my work life, and I kind of want to leave that separate. Other than the motivation right now being wanting to get out of there, and once I actually get to that point, which is a pretty big motivation, then I'll talk more about the jobs I've had. But while I'm still working as that job, I don't really want to talk about it too much specifically. But I don't make a lot of money there. And so then I also was at work today, just like a day after I dealt with all that claim stuff, and I got an email saying I had a notification from like the messaging service through the Missouri Department of Labor that my unemployment stuff that I've talked about that was a mess. And then I was like, oh shit, and I actually got really excited because I had spoken to them multiple times on the phone, and I had filed an appeal and all this stuff and really did everything I could. And so I was like, oh, that's really awesome. Like, let's see what they said. Maybe it's a response to one of the things I've said, at least because I've not had any response to them for months. Even saying something like they've received the appeal, um, they just leave me completely in the dark. So I was like, oh, cool. I actually am going to know something now. And I went to check that message, and it was them saying that I owe the amount I owe them immediately, and that they are going to begin garnishing my wages by 25%. And so that's going to be cool. That means that I'm probably going to start making like less than $1,000 a month. And I'm like full time, and with the increase, with the massive spike that's going on with increased cost of living, like that's not a lot of money to live off of, like $900 a month after that. So that's like, this is a pretty big rant, but like I really want to drive home like how important this is to me. And even though I'm just starting out, like being poor sucks. And it's like kind of okay, because even if because like I'm actually not that bad with my money, really. I'm kind of okay, especially lucky being single and that I can kind of have good control over my financial status. But like there's been so many things in these last couple of months that have just came out of nowhere, and that have been these massive bills. And bills like this, they aren't decided by people like me who make pretty much the lowest income. They're for the average, not even the median, but the average. So it's not easy to get by sometimes, especially when all this stuff seems to line up right after each other. So like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna have the indent to some dude's fucking hitch in the front of my Miata's bumper. Like that's just gonna be there now. I'm just gonna have 25% of my wages garnished for the next 12 months or so. I did the math. I'm still gonna be left completely in the dark through my medical bills. I spoke to my medical people too, because they sent me a letter saying that I was denied financial aid for my medical place because they lost my paperwork that I sent to them, and I had to call them and prove to them that I sent it. So yeah, Jesus Christ. So yeah, I've got a pretty massive fire under my ass to really have this go somewhere and like be a job, because holy shit. Like I'm broke gaming right now. I'm okay though. I've got enough to get by, but just barely. So I'll have to I don't know, play it pretty smart for like the next year. And I think if I do, I play it smart with my money the next year and I just skate by and something else does. I don't even know what the fuck else could happen. Like, I think everyone that could get money from me is already trying to. So I don't even think, I don't want to fucking jinx it. I don't think anything else could happen. So, I just play it smart for 12 months. I, hang my head down. It's not, it's, and I just work hard at this stuff. I'm going through a debate because I was working about 3 hours a day. I might actually bump it up to almost all of my free time working on this stuff just because I have a massive fire under my ass to get out of blue collar hell into like make an amount of income that's above the poverty line. I feel like I don't mean to like be like ooh boo-hoo poor me. There's people out there who have it way worse than I do. Oh yeah, also another fucking thing. My fucking this week, so the reason how this all started with the medical stuff and not being able to respond is like I was trying to get mental health help because I'm like, hey, I'm not in a great spot right now. I'd like to see a psychiatrist. So I spoke with like a mental health screener. I was too honest with them. I ended up in the hospital. So I was involved with some of these state services that were allowing me to see like a psychiatrist and a counselor, and I had a caseworker and all this stuff. And it was pretty nice. And I was trained like I was on medication for the first time in a while, and I'm still was on medication, and I was told that I'm gonna be cut off from their services because they're very busy people. They're very understaffed, like everyone is right now. Their resources are limited, and it could go towards other people that need the help more than I do, which is fair, and I agree with that. So they're cutting off my services with that. So and I can't afford the copays for like, even though I have health insurance, there's still a lot of copays involved with seeing a psychiatrist and getting medication and stuff. And this service, this like state services or whatever I was going through right now was the only way I could really afford medication and psychiatry and stuff. So I'm not going to be able to afford, even with health insurance, to like get private stuff. So I'm just going to have to be on my own. I'll be okay though. Just no medication. Just try to be aware of my mental health and live with it, and try to be as smart as I can on my own. So that was like another thing this week. So, and also like I decided to start doing this programming thing this week. It's been very hectic. I've been very busy. So, which is good. It gives you a reason to wake up in the morning, I suppose, even if you wake up within a fucking panic attack. So, I don't know. Hopefully stuff settles down a little bit. I thought I'd be out of this mess by now, but here we are. It's probably going to be like another year of it. But I guess, work hard and get out of it. And I slightly before I got off track with this stuff, I'm aware that like I don't mean to like be like ooh pity me, like sob story me. Like the world doesn't revolve around me, and there are people whose problems that are way worse than mine are. Um, so like I'm not asking for money for anything. I'm just trying to explain my personal motivations. Like I remember reading a comment on my video, where some dude was like, I spoke with this dude whose like wife killed himself and like he couldn't hold down a job or something. I'm just trying to go off of memory. It's been a couple weeks. Um, like yeah, there's people even in my own country who have it way worse than I do. So, I'll be fine. I'll get through it. People have gotten through way worse. I know this is stupid meme shit, but I think someone, in my type of position, it's really easy to fall into like the whole doomer mindset of that everything's fucked. The world, like with what's going on with me, it's hard to think sometimes that the world isn't out to get me. Like it seems like there's just so much stuff that's going over that's specifically trying to hinder my progress, and I'm working really hard to improve my life. And it seems like that there's some sort of greater being out there who is specifically malicious towards what I'm trying to do. It's hard to describe this feeling. I don't know. I just got to keep my head up. Just got to keep working. I'm lucky that I am someone who can find a way to cope through drowning himself in work. I need to stop repeating myself, but I'm sure even people listening to this have it worse than I do. There's people out there listening to this right now. It's like, oh, this fucking piece of shit, fat cunt. He's like, well, I'm dealing with X and Y, and it's way worse than when he's dealing with. And he's here bitching to people about it. Yeah, I don't know. I know it's not healthy to do that, but I can't help it. I feel like it's almost weird. Like, there's like certain things where, like, I know I've heard that it's bad to downplay your own situation by saying other people have it worse. That's something that's very common with people who have like mental health issues, especially depression. I still think that a lot. I think it helps me. I don't know. I don't know if it's bad to do that or not. Probably is. But still, I can't help, especially when because I'm not speaking this one-on-one. I think especially when I'm speaking this to some sort of audience, that it's probably healthy to mention that stuff. Long, depressing rant over, though. I don't know how the fuck I'm going to fit this with the pacing of the rest of this video. Alright, get fucked, future editing jester. Good luck, cunt.
This could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us. Could be us.
Howdy, fuckers. So, the website is finally running. I spoke with Hornet in a call for a while, and he held my hand like a little bitch baby. You can go to gesture.center, and the website works. Look at me go. Holy shit. It's really basic dog ass. But it's working, so that's nice. So with this website made, it's going to give me the opportunity to start working on actual shit. I'm just kind of putting the minimal amount of work into this website, learned basic HTML, CSS stuff, and like had my hand held through some server stuff. So I'm really not going to spend too much time on this because the main reason I have this is the portfolio, and there's nothing to put on the portfolio yet for what I've programmed. So I might as well get working on stuff to put in there. What I am going to work on, though, I don't fucking know. So now I need to think about some sort of project to work on. I'm starting to lean away towards my original idea of the market analysis related AI project, just because I'm getting a little tired about hearing about people. Everyone thinks they're an expert on financial stuff right now. And what I currently do is I'll have to pull out of it, maybe, because I don't think I'm going to have the money to anymore. But all I do is I dollar cost average into a high cap growth fund that I have set up with like some dude with a financial firm. So like I do like what your grandpa might do, which I think is smart. And I don't think I'm a fucking expert using Robinhood. I don't know. I've got to take some time, think a little bit about what I want to do. Alrighty, so I had my website done and I was trying to think on like some sort of stupid project to work on. I opted back to going towards learning basic syntax shit right now. I looked around at a couple things, and I think I'm just going to look at job listings for a while, compile a couple, see what they require, and then just kind of work from there. So I was kind of looking at jobs and stuff, and it seemed like really anything that was putting listings. I checked Indeed the other day. I was checking like company websites. And it really seems like any listing is going to require like at least a bachelor's degree. Also, a lot of them have multiple years of experience on top of that. So going back to university is realistically not an option for me. So what it's most likely going to mean is that I'm just going to have to start working on projects and develop a resume that way, and then just do what I can to network later on and try to find a direct link into it, which that's kind of my only option. So I need to spend the rest of this day really trying. I only have like 20 minutes, so it's probably going to be time thinking at work. I'm going to have to try to figure out some sort of projects to start working on. My Trello, yeah. So with the Trello, this shit post, the AI market day trading analysis bot, which is just a whole bunch of fucky words put together. That's a really dog ass name, but the kind of goal I had an idea with this is that I think people usually do this on a fucking like a whiteboard. So let's open MS Paint. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to find some sort of like stock data. I don't even know what to call this, but just the most accurate amount of stock information I can, find some sort that's going to interface. I don't know if that's going to be an API or something I'm gonna have to rip directly from somewhere. There's probably going to be an API somewhere for doing this, and then what I'll have to do is I'll have to take this, I will feed it into I'm gonna write program 1. So program 1 is going to take that data, is going to compile it in a way that is somewhat easy to understand. And then it is going to try to calculate in such a way that it will be able to make smart decisions based on whatever would have the best returns from this. And then once it does that, it will Uh, this is going to be the fake area. But this isn't going to happen yet. But this is going to be some sort of API. Like, I don't know if maybe this isn't an API that's going to be available through some sort of trading website where I can have a program automatically make that. Maybe that's something directly that would happen. I don't know. So what this will do is this would feed in information to this. It would make the trades, and then I would have it kind of looping back. Program 2 then takes the data of these can be entirely separate, but so then what program 2 does is it takes the takes what I've done and what I've traded, and then it sees like loss and it tries to learn from that, and then it can communicate with this part to try to make better decisions based on what it's feeding from here. So, but before that's being done, it's going to kind of wow, I realize that this is going to start making absolutely no sense. It makes sense in my head. But regardless, program 1 is going to feed into uh fake trading. Fuck. Fake trading. It's going to feed into this. This is going to be because I do not have the type of income, nor do I think it would be smart to immediately start spending. I realize my webcam's cutting off part of this. Shit. Hold on. So it's going to start sending you this, and what is this is going to do is this will emulate what's going on over here. And it's going to, instead of actually making real trades, it is going to simulate as though if I did, and then it will still treat it as though I did to this program. So that's going to be the project I'm going to immediately start working on. I'm going to assume that this is probably going to be too big for my britches, but this is going to be a project that I'm just going to start. It's going to have me some sort of clear goal, and it will also, because like, let's say you want to learn Python, and that's actually quite broad. A lot of people, when they first get into Python, their first ideas are like automating simple processes. That seems to be a really common thing, and so I'm going to have to find some sort of learning tools that will help me most accurately get to working on this. So yeah, hopefully my explanation made literally any sense. It probably doesn't. Okay, so I'm kind of immediately realizing once I'm looking at this stuff, I'm reminded about shit like Gecko and frequency or Freck trade or whatever. So I have the opinion that crypto is for the most part a scam. I think that crypto's strengths are in the technology itself. And if you actually have any intention to buy or sell real things with it, or if there is any sort of greater institutional support for it, I think that's where the benefits of crypto really are, and it's really cool technology when it comes to that. However, I think whenever you are buying and selling crypto purely based on market speculation, on other people speculating the market, it turns into bullshit really quickly. Because even stocks, they have the illusion they are based on real things, and crypto isn't. The technology behind crypto oftentimes has very little to nothing to do compared to their marketing. There are things like I have when I was not as broke as I am now. I held money and stuff like Ethereum and stuff because I actually wanted to use that because I believed in the technology behind it, the company and the people that are behind it. Sorry, the main guy that's behind it, and a lot of the stuff he's put out, like he has really great stuff. Stuff like Monero, I think is good. There's some other good privacy ones too. And I feel like the technology behind stuff like that's really cool. But there's a lot of open source trading stuff, and it seems like they're almost all in crypto, which kind of makes sense. But I think making a bot to day trade shit coins is kind of retarded. But a lot of these, like this one or Gecko, they seem to be primarily based on trying to watch market fluctuations with big coins like Bitcoin or Ethereum, and then kind of day trading with them to try to get returns with it. Could be another option I could go down. Especially because there are ways to, like, where's my MS Paint? So this trading API part, I don't think this part exists for normal stocks. I feel like I'm going to have to do some sort of fuckery to get this working, whereas this will be something that's quite easy with crypto. But because I don't really plan on doing this, I plan on doing that where I'm emulating as though if I actually put money into it. For now, that doesn't even matter that much. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking right now, like, do I want to actually move this over to crypto shit? I feel like I maybe should, because God, there's so much shit out there though. I think it would be a better learning experience and the tools are going to be more open for me to actually work on it. What is I didn't even look at this website earlier. The fuck is this? The epic face. I remember like drawing that on my notebook in middle school. The fuck is this? I mean, Catalyst is a real thing, but this is not the right website, right? This looks like one of those shitty scams. Who is this guy? What's he doing? Holy fucking shit. I forgot how dog ass crypto fucking YouTube is. What in the fuck is this? What is this? Like this one? I created a Bitcoin day trading bot, 0 to making 100K per month at 18. Wow. God, I fucking hate crypto and the people that actually use it for this shit. Holy fuck. Maybe I should. I've got another day. I've got to leave soon for work. I've got a day to think about this shit. The technology behind it interests me. But seeing the people working on it, the websites involved, holy fuck, this is making me not want to. Like, the actual technology seems really cool. Who the fuck? We manage the assets of dollar millionaires. Today, the number of our dollar millionaires customers is more than 5,000. Invest? What the fuck happens? Oh, the website expired? Owner login. It's done in Squarespace. You're telling me one of the people trying to develop the most advanced bot for crypto trading bots had to use Squarespace to make their fucking website? Are they getting sponsored on YouTube for it? The fuck is this? Holy fuck, I hate crypto. Fuck, so the people developing this bot, according to like some weird Reddit shit, are called Enigma now. And the only thing I can tell that they're doing is that they're day trading Yeezys. Holy fuck, I hate crypto. I'm doing something else. Holy fuck. This whole idea, I've spent quite a bit of time thinking about it. Fuck this. Jesus Christ. I might come back to it. Fucking hell. Generally, people are more in favor of Gecko because of the way that it presents itself. The community has the sense that this product is more in life with being effective and will do what it says. Further, users feel safer with this product due to constant support and updates, while it is not so with Zenbot. You know what? I'll trust this random half-assed ESL fucking website. Alright, we're going to look into Gecko, probably. I think we are still going to go through with this because I think it would be funny. I think this would also make cool content if I made something like this. Okay, so we're going to look at what Gecko does. This repo is not maintained anymore. I'm not maintaining this project anymore. When, according to fucking... Oh, it's 3 years old. Bruh. Bruh, the last release was on December 2018. Oh my god, and this is the fucking guy he uses to market Sigma Male. Holy shit. Okay, so this might mean though that there's an actual marketplace for day trading, open source day trading AI bot stuff. I feel like this stuff is like way over my head, but I could look into what I can, and this is going to take months to even really get started, but to try to look at what Gecko is doing and maybe try to make like, because this happens with old projects, to try to modernize them. And I would also try to, fuck me, it's written in JS and Vue. Ah, it's gross. Oh, no, a lot of day trading stuff have to be written in JS, doesn't it? But why? Why does it, though? No, I'm going to start from scratch. I'm not going to work on this. I'll look at it to reference to see how it works, kind of, but I'm going to start from scratch. This will be a good reference, though. So this is a course or like book I've heard recommended quite a bit. So yeah, this seems like something that may be a good starting point. I've heard it referenced a lot. This is probably the most... When I was a kid, or like, not a kid, but like younger, I heard Learn Python the Hard Way recommended a lot. But maybe for what I'm doing, that this might be good. Howdy gamers. So it's actually been about 5 days working on this stuff in my time, so but I feel like there's enough accomplished, and this is a really good stopping point for this video, as stuff is going to slow down, so that way hopefully I'm able to cover what has gotten done in the last 5 days, and then I'll kind of talk about a little bit more after that. But if you look at the Trello, some of the things that we've done is that I set up OBS, I set up recording, I set up some editing stuff on this install. So what we've been able to do is we were able to kind of figure out what we should be doing, get my head out of my ass So to start off, I was like, I'm gonna learn Python syntax. And then I immediately was like, holy shit, all these websites for learning, it's garbage, and I already know a little bit from what I was doing, so maybe that's not necessary. So then I immediately started working on a website, and I had to learn like some HTML and some CSS stuff. And originally I was learning JavaScript, which ended up being unnecessary for what I plan on doing. I don't quite need to learn JavaScript later on in the future. If there's anything that requires it, I'll probably end up learning a bit of JavaScript in Vue, but I'm going to kind of maybe not do that as long as possible due to some world stuff I'm not going to get into right now, meaning that I'm going to probably try to avoid that. But so what we did is we wrote some HTML and CSS, figured out how to set up a website, which ended up being live. And then some of the networking stuff that happened, which shout out to Hornet. He's a guy that I don't know if any of you guys know him really well, or if he's in my comments a lot, but he's some guy I talked to a bit. He was in my streams a whole lot, and he's been extremely helpful to kind of have someone to talk to about this stuff, because it's always really helpful to, and I'm very lucky to be in the situation that I have some guy that like I can ask questions and who can help me out with stuff like when I was getting the website set up, and the networking side of shit kind of really went over my head. Like I have some experience with programming shit, but I have literally 0 seconds of experience until now on anything to do with like setting up a server and stuff like that. So that stuff was a little overwhelming, and he held my hand like I am a little bitch baby, which really helped me out a lot. Now I'm a bit more comfortable, at least on basically getting up a server set up, and it makes so that way everything I do in the future, now that I've kind of got my feet a little wet with it, is going to be less overwhelming. So that's been really nice. Got the website set up. We also just kind of, it's been really chaotic though. I think with this new thing I'm doing, I'm gonna have to figure out some sort of formatting. I'm gonna need to figure out a way to maybe make it a little less chaotic, or at least a way to hone that in a way that I feel like is going to be better. I'm just going to focus now though on getting something out. So there's kind of two sides of the coin to this. The first side is the actual programming side of stuff, and then the second side of stuff is this video making stuff I'm doing now, which helps me diversify kind of how I'm spending my day, and it helps me get really motivated because I really love doing this stuff. And it also has a way that it's kind of, this is something that's making it so that way I'm have some sort of reason to keep doing it. It's some motivator to keep working on it every day, because I have videos to make. There's people that want to watch it, and all that. So that's going to be good. And I also understand that this is probably the biggest thing that I've had a trouble with, is I have over the course of time have said that I'm going to do a lot of things and then didn't really do them, and kind of got into a lot of things that I ended up giving up pretty quickly. So you can look back at a lot of stuff. There's been a lot of stuff like documentary making, even a lot of the commentary stuff, a lot of the streaming stuff, Jester MMO. I think the core theme of this channel so far was me saying I'm going to do something and then not really sticking to it. I'm incredibly aware of that, and that's not something I'm proud of at all, but that's the number one thing I'm working on, is just that this is something that I want to be doing long term. I have a pretty big fire under my ass to keep doing that. It's very good that something like streaming, and streaming or like commentary stuff, is that my day job is not going to improve at all, and that I may be miserable in the day and at least come home to something I enjoy. This is giving me this really cool opportunity that I can come home and do something I enjoy that could also work up towards something that would make my day job something I also really enjoy. So hopefully this could be a journey to escaping blue collar hell. So yeah, next time we are hopefully going to start working on getting back to learning Python syntax and I looked around quite a bit, and we're going to start off with automate the boring stuff. But yeah, I will see you guys then. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Love you, gamers. Mwah.